Good morning. Welcome to this beautiful Wednesday. Thank you for spending your time with me here for today. I'm just out on a beautiful walk. The school buses were just coming by to pick up students. It's hard to believe that I actually did this for 30 years, taught for 30 years. But now that I'm retired, it's almost like it never happened. It feels almost like I never did the work. But I did. I think one of the secrets to being retired and being happy is being incredibly grateful for all that you do have. So I think lesson number 2 for today would be finding at least one thing that you are grateful for and using that as a mechanism for staying out of the stores, staying away from shopping, trying to live your best life, and not worrying about what you don't have. Admittedly, I had a long-time shopping addiction where I would use shopping as a tool to make myself feel better. A lot of times I would combine eating great sushi with eating great chocolate to getting a 20-minute chair massage at the mall, to buying new clothes, to try to feel better about myself, to try and use that as a tool or as a reward system to keep working. And I got to tell you, for a long time it did work, until it didn't. I think in the end, what we have to try and do is, like I said before, find things that we're grateful for, find things that we're appreciative of, so we don't have to buy things to sustain this sort of fake life. If you can do that consistently, day in, day out, I think you have a shot at retiring early. Your happiness will no longer be reliant upon buying things. So here's what I'd like you to try for today. Obviously, write down things that you're grateful for, things that you enjoy doing, preferably things that don't cost any money. However, the second thing I'd like you to try and do, if not today, the next time when you're in a store and don't need to truly buy much, you don't need to truly buy anything, is I want you to put some things in the cart that maybe you normally would buy, that would be things of excess, things that you would splurge on. And what I'd like you to do is leave that cart in the middle of the store and walk out. If you don't want to try that, try this one. Walk into the store and just don't buy anything. I think it's through these exercises, by both being appreciative for what we do have and rejecting unnecessary materialistic purchases, we become stronger. See, rejection of consumption is like working a muscle. You have to exercise that muscle, if not daily, at least twice a week. What I want you to do is think about other areas of your life, again, where you're making unnecessary purchases, and try to reject them. The second thing rejecting consumption will do, besides obviously saving you money, is that it will put you in a much stronger position. And I'm not just talking about a position to retire. It will put you in a position where you no longer have to do bad things for money. You know, maybe there's a job that you hold, and you're being asked to do things that you know are wrong, but you can't say no because your family and you are reliant upon that paycheck. If you have money that's stored away, money that's not just spent on things, money that is truly yours, you will be in a much better position to reject those requests, to do illegitimate things, to bring harm to people, for the sake of consumption, to bring harm to people for buying things like Apple Watches, oversized homes, Tahoes, things that really don't bring any benefit to mankind. And I'm not going to lie to you. I know this task will not be easy. Rejecting consumption. We are sold to every day. Every day, our society is telling us to buy things that we don't really need to impress people that we may not know or don't even like. So I think what you need to do is not only to exercise your muscle of rejecting consumption, but also turn some of those advertisements off. Whether it's watching less television, maybe it's even buying the ad-free version of something. Maybe you're paying a little bit more money up front, but you're letting less people into your headspace, and again, staying out of the stores. This is going to be key for your success, and it's not going to be easy to do. The real reason it's not easy to do, it's not just because we're sold to every day. The American culture, the first world culture, it's all about buying things. It's the mythology. I don't want to use the word religion, but it's the mythology of our culture. See, throughout time, there have been different mythologies that have controlled different civilizations. It doesn't matter what culture you're from or what time frame you're from. The mythology of the first world culture, of the American culture, is to control people through consumption. If they don't buy anything, the American people, if they can't be sold anything, then they're a lot harder to control. I think one of the key takeaways from today is to come up with your own story, to come up with your own mythology, to come up with things that you tell yourself day in, day out that are true to you, and not just true to the culture as a whole. It's tricky. You have to live within a culture, but at the same time, not entirely be of that culture if you want to have greater control of your life. And I know that's not easy for me to say. Living the way I've lived for so long, buying the things that I've bought for so long, even walking through this neighborhood that clearly believes in consumption, clearly believes in the American dream. But is that really a dream of their own? Or is that something somebody just cooked up for them? And again, as I walk around this American dream, I can't help but really look at the homes and really think to myself, these homes, they're made of particle board or flake board or whatever it is. They have plastic siding. They have shutters that don't close over the windows. They have a huge amount of space, poured basements, cheap tiles on the roof, single pane glass windows that are meant to look like separate sections. It's almost like everything about the home itself is designed without integrity, designed to break down quickly, designed so you keep making purchases over and over again. So if you want to live your life with any type of integrity, I suggest you find a different story for yourself and a different way of living. If you enjoyed today's video, please consider liking, of course, and subscribing to my channel. I'd like to end today with a deep meditation on life and the American dream. So if you would just close your eyes along with me. I'll have to peek a little bit because I'm still walking. And say to yourself, the American life, sucky poo-poo, cock-a-doo-doo. Time to find something else.